Hey guys, welcome to the show. Um, all the talk lately of Area 51 and everything that went on there, which huge disappointment. I'm not going to get into that right now. But I was Google Earthing the other day, a couple weeks ago. Before all this talk of Alexandria Land, I was looking at it already myself. You know, Area 51 on Google Earth, that image hasn't changed in a while. You guys have seen the video where I showed there's a jet of some sort landed and it's taxiing on the runway strip there back to a hangar somewhere. But that hasn't changed in a while. So I was trying to find something new that, the governments of the world might not want us to see. All the historic talk of during World War II, the Foo Fighters that was seen then, whether the myths of Hitler creating UFOs or advanced technologies, which they did have. They were above the whole rest of the world somehow. They got there somehow. They had better weapons. They had better technology than anybody in the world, including the United States of America. And that's why after and during World War II, secret missions of the United States military was to get these German scientists and convert them, take them to the U.S., give them new names and identities. This is all documented in Project Blue Book and a couple of those other classified missions that operations that the United States military was doing. Back in 1939, right after Hitler invaded Poland, he sent military personnel to the Arctic, to the North Pole. I reckon what is Russian territories, but Alexandria Land, an island, 500, 600 miles or so away from the North Pole. They had a secret weather base there, which I've been looking all over Alexandria Land Island, trying to find remains of stuff there. I have found what looks like to be bases of some sort. That's all it could be. That's some pretty cold territory up there in the Arctic. Hitler also, which all myth and mythical stories from the past, all these things, everything has some basis in reality. That's just the way it is. You got your mythology, your Greek mythology, Thor, Odin, all these have some basis in reality. Civilization resets itself every so many thousand years. 5,000 or so is what a lot of scientists seem to think the cycle is around that time. 5 or 10,000, one of the two. But you go back to ancient Egypt, which predates the Egyptians that were in the area then. The Great Pyramids was there before the ancient Egyptians were there, if that makes any sense. The Great Sphinx, which weather dating on the Sphinx predates that of what was going on then. What was the Sphinx before it was a Sphinx? They seem to believe that the head was recarved at some point in time by the ancient Egyptians, because it predates that. The weather erosion predates what's on the actual face of the Sphinx. So Germany had bases all around there. With the mythology, there's good, there's evil forces in the universe. Someone finding a way to harness or control good or evil, which historically most people would think Hitler evil. I mean, obviously, that's what people's gonna think. That's what he did. But he had his own agenda of what he was doing, and where he was getting his information fed from had to be an evil force of some sort. But back in 1939, right after Hitler invaded Poland, he had sent forces to the Arctic, Alexandria Land. They built a weather base there, secret weather base. Who knows what all else was on there. That base didn't last long. The soldiers, scientists, everybody there got sick from supposedly polar bear meat. That's what they had to eat. Tainted, bad food, and they all got sick. They had to be rescued by a German U-boat. Come in and got them. They abandoned the island, and just recently they found evidence of the base. Antarctica. Hitler sent troops there. They built a base, put Nazi flags all over the place. Made several trips back and forth, taking many photographs of where their base was in Antarctica. And at that time in history, that was very hard to do. Get to these places, and with limited technology, and just 20 years after World War II, we go to the moon. You know, today we think of technology in 1969 as basically primitive, but yet we were able to send 3 astronauts to orbit the moon and land, walk around, get back in their lunar module, back up to orbit, and make it safely back to Earth. That 255,000 mile journey through space to the moon and back. Huge feat. A lot of people today seem to think that was kind of faked and whatnot, but I believe we made it to the moon, landed on it. They're not telling us the whole story. We've got secret evidence of the astronauts over the years releasing bits of information, all of them saying we were not alone up there. They're being watched. You can see in some old Apollo 11 photographs of things in the background. So let's not go as far as say it was aliens, but advanced technology of some sort. So you can see the picture here, which is probably going to be the thumbnail of an artist rendition of George Adamski. I butchered his name, but he was a famous dude that was associated with aliens. He could basically almost summon aliens, and he had a lot of people believe that he had meetings with the president, CIA. I mean, people that knew him thought he was the real deal. I mean, there is video of a craft that looks exactly like this in old video that you can't fake. Landing, flying around, one landing, 2 hovering in Virginia at his place in Virginia, you know, back in the 60s. We don't have to go as far as to say UFOs are aliens, some beings from somewhere else. Just that we have advanced technology here on Earth. Somebody's producing it, somebody's making it. And it is what it is. I want you guys to read this article here in Wikipedia. I'm not going to read it. I wanted to, but I've done rambled on long enough. Everything has a basis of some sort in reality, in truth. I'll pop down here for a second. Accounts appear as early as 1950s, likely inspired by historical German development, specialized engines such as Victor Repulsine around the time of World War II. Elements of these claims have widely incorporated into various works in fictional and purportedly non-fictional media, including video games, documentaries, often with more substantiated information. All this, everything, like in Call of Duty video games and zombies, all of them, you know, they go back into the folklore of World War II and Germany and what the Nazis were doing in some of their secret bases with trying to create superhumans, advanced technology, like the Captain America. You know, how that was from a German scientist that we got to come to the United States, developed a theorem, and it was Captain America, right? First superhero, blah, blah, blah. And these are all documented experiments that they were trying to accomplish back in World War II times. Like I said, the Germans had superior technology to everybody else in the world. I mean, they had the fastest shooting machine gun, the one that mowed people down at Omaha and Utah Beach, that mowed our American soldiers down, the MG-42, fastest shooting machine gun in the world, twice as fast as the Browning American machine gun. Hitler Zipper, it was called. That was its nickname because it just ripped like a zipper. It just ripped stuff in half. I mean, just absolutely amazing piece of equipment that was used for bad. Anyway, look into some of this article. Alexandria Land. Before I end this video, I want to tell you guys, go pop up on some of these islands on Google Earth. Now, you have to try to see these things. You gotta wait for the images to load. You gotta spin and rotate because the images overlay, and to see what you don't know, what you don't want to see yet, you got to try. You got to wait. You got to spin and flop, and then what you don't know you want to see yet will show up. Like you see here, bridges that appear to be miles long going across water, ice. I mean, that one right there, that's looks like a land bridge that just is miles long. You can find some of these secret facilities. But give it a try, guys. And what do you think about all the folklore and the stuff behind World War II, the Nazis, and the secret research they were doing? How the United States recruited all their scientists that they could get their hands on. And that's why our big boom of technology come in from Germany. They supplied the United States with their scientific information, their scientists, and that's why we are advanced as we are today. That's one superpower to another. Germany was a superpower, the superpower, but they couldn't take on the world. So that's what happened. In the United States, we got their superpower equipment, and now that's where we're at. We're at the top of the food chain. I want to know what you guys think about all this. Leave your comments down below, and we'll see you in the next video.